I made that video about the Mr. T Lexify situation and how he just completely dismantled the allegations put against him at an atomic level, so there wasn't even a shred of doubt that he was actually a pedophile or an abuser like his ex-girlfriend was claiming that he was. And he actually pulled an Uno reverse and proved that she was the pedophile and the abuser with copious amounts of receipts and evidence. And in that response video, I left out some things because I wanted to make a separate video about it regarding his friends who just abandoned him, who just threw him away like he was a piece of gum in their mouth that lost all the flavor. They just and flicked him out. One of those friends being Noah J. And in this video, I wanted to just go over the Noah J situation specifically because Noah has responded. He made a response/apology, but not to Lex, of course. He made an apology about cheating on his wife 3 years ago. And he had to make this response because of what Lex said in his video about how Noah cheated on his wife with Fuslie. And another allegation that he made in that video is that Noah J invited Mini Lad to one of his house party DJ sets. A pedophile. Mini Lad's a pedophile if you didn't know.
Just for context, before we get started at all, I want to let you guys know that I'm going to be reading off a script for this video, which I know feels less genuine to like the millionth degree, but this video is so serious and important that I need to lean on something to organize my thoughts.
Nobody cares if you're reading off a script. Also, by the way, the video isn't live. He live streamed it, but it's edited. You can see cuts in between the video, which kind of defeats the purpose of live streaming it. Kind of makes it seem even more disingenuous and even more insincere. But I'm going to give you a spoiler alert because in terms of apology videos, this is right up there with I've made a severe and continuous lapse in my judgment and the fucking ukulele apology, the interpretive dance apology. It's a shitty ass YouTube apology through and through.
I figured streaming it's the best way that I can really do face-to-face with you guys as much as possible while still saying exactly what I need to say. So there's a lot of heaviness and it's not going to be easy for me to talk about. But I think it's important for me to address this sooner rather than later and just lay it out. There were 2 allegations against me that I'm sure pretty much all of you guys have seen by now.
I just think it's funny how fake his emotions seem in this. It's like he's almost trying to make his voice crack and sound like he's sad on the verge of tears, but not a single tear is shed throughout this entire video. It's very clear he's only making this apology video to save face as much as possible. He's been outed as a terrible friend, and not only just a terrible friend, but a terrible person to his wife and to others. And it's not a good look if he doesn't say anything.
As most of you guys know, years ago I was married, and I met a girl and got married right out of college in Texas. And due to family values, we weren't able to live together or move in together until after we got married. In the coming months after we got married, we finally moved in, and we both individually came to the realization that we were really not a compatible couple. Because I grew up instilled in me that divorce is never an option.
You can have your morals and whatnot and believe what you want, but why the hell would you have that stipulation? It's like you know you're miserable, that both of you are miserable and you don't want this, and yet you're forcing yourself to be in it for the rest of your life. I'm gonna need you to go ahead and hop off that high horse, pal.
3 years ago, I met another streamer, Fuslie, ended up having many long talks with her about her breakup with her then fiance that she had been going through, and me in my marriage that I was very, very unhappy in. So we bonded through these talks, and at some point we realized that we had feelings for each other.
So they found the sweet embrace of each other's Discord avatars, and they became Discord buddies and started chatting it up and realized they had feelings for each other.
I already am seeing like, we love you and stuff like that, and I just want to repeat, like, I'm not sharing this experience with you guys for people to forgive me. I'm not expecting people to forgive me, and I don't want to be forgiven.
That's the second time, or maybe the third time now, that he has brought up the point that he doesn't want to be forgiven for this, making it very obvious that he doesn't want sympathy points. He doesn't want your pity points. He doesn't want you to feel bad for him. But don't you just feel a little bad for him?
I treated myself how I thought I deserved to be treated. I punished myself, and it put me in a very, very dark place for a few years. It's not easy for me to publicly admit these mistakes from my private life, and it's not meant to be easy at all. I spent the years after doing what I can to stay focused on strengthening my values and the actions behind them.
I used to watch Noah J back in the day, and I've seen this guy put more emotion on his face and in his voice when he's playing zombies maps than he is with this apology about a very serious part of his life, which is cheating on his wife with another content creator.
And I'm sorry that this will not be enough for everyone, and it should not be enough for everyone, especially in the heat of the moment. But I hope that it's understandable that the only thing I can do as a human is keep moving forward from the mistakes that I know I've made.
I think it's funny how in every single apology video a YouTuber makes, they have to bring up the point that they're human and they make mistakes and they have to move on from these mistakes. That's all he talks about regarding the Fuslie thing, and before he goes on to the Minilad DJ stuff, I wanted to show you Fuslie's response, because she addressed the situation actually on live stream.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And I know I can just say that, but like, holy crap, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And I haven't ever felt so much regret about anything in my whole life, and I can't believe it. I'm such an idiot. I'm so stupid. I'm so stupid.
Yeah, so her apology is her apologizing, but laughing while she's apologizing, and also seeming like she doesn't give a shit and that she would do it again. That's what I'm gathering from this apology. I think she also said something about her only being human in this like 41-minute stream, because she talks about it for like the whole stream. And I ain't gonna show you more. I just wanted to show you that part because it's like her apologizing, laughing and saying I'm sorry, and then making faces, making it seem like she's being sarcastic in a way. So that's her response. And now let's just go back to Noah J and him talking about not the main thing that he needed to address, which is him being a shitty friend, but him inviting Minilad to his DJ set, a pedophile.
It's the other allegation that I personally invited Minilad to my DJ set, with the evidence being that he was in the booth with me at the set. So this is the picture that was included in the video with the reasoning up here. And as you can see, a bunch of people are showing up, none of which I know who they are. And this is when Minilad shows up for the first time here just in a second. Should be, yeah. So this is the first time he shows up right here. You can go back and watch this yourself if you would like to. From, again, a public event hosted in Los Angeles, which anyone could walk into for free.
So his rebuttal is this was a public event. He didn't invite him. Nuh-uh, he didn't invite him. Nuh-uh, that wasn't him. Which I guess, I mean, yeah, if it was a public event, then sure, Minilad could have just showed up. But what are the odds that Minilad would just be in the same place at the same time that Noah J is performing a DJ set? I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm saying both sides are equally as likely. He could have showed up just on his own free will, or he could have been invited. Who knows? It's a teeter-totter. We know he's a confirmed terrible person, so it'd just be another little tally on his whiteboard of terrible things he's done if he was friends with a pedophile. But you would have assumed he'd address the main situation regarding this whole thing. He watched Alex's video. He's seen the part where Lex called him out and talked about him being a terrible friend to him, but he didn't even address that or acknowledge it.
This is not someone that I condone their actions, that I want to associate with. This is someone who showed up, and him being in the DJ booth in which there were no wristbands, people showing up, there's no one checking, like it's just a public open space.
So who really knows if Noah J invited Minilad to this or not? It's a public event. The real thing we should be thinking about is, why is Minilad allowed in the public after the things he's done? But other than that, that's everything. That's the whole situation covered. Noah J's shitty apology, Fuslie's laughable apology. She was just basically laughing, pointing fingers at Noah J's ex-wife, like, haha, your husband cheated on you with me. And other than that, I'll catch you in the next one.